everyone, so we are from Part 5, Group 4. We are going to present about Rspo Principle 4. The topic is about respect community and human rights and deliver benefit. This presentation we are present to Madam Farahida Zulkifli. Introduce our team members: Muhammad Saiful, Muhammad Nazmi, Kamal Hazim, Muhammad Nizam Shah, Nur Hamisha Natasha, and me, Siti Nabaki Sofia.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Saiful bin Muhammad Sazali, and today I will be explaining about Principle 4 of Rspo, which is respect community and human rights and deliver benefits. So firstly, the unit of certification respect human rights, which including respecting the right of human right defender. A policy to respect human rights, including prohibiting retaliation against human right defenders (HRDS), is documented and communicated to all levels of the workforce, operations, supply chain, and local communities, and prohibited intimidation and harassment by the unit of certification and contracted service, including contract security force. So next, we have a mutual agreed and documented system for dealing with complaints and grievance, which is implemented and accepted by all affected parties. The mutually agreed system open to all affected parties resolve dispute and in an effective, timely and appropriate manner, ensuring anonymity of complainants (HRDS), community spokesperson, and whistleblower where requested, without risk of reprisal or intimidation, and follows the Rspo policy on respect for HRDS. The procedures are in place to ensure that the system is understood by the affected parties, including bilateral parties.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nizam Shah bin Sarif. I'm going to talk about Principle 4 of the Rspo. Principle 4 of the Rspo emphasizes community and human rights, while Criteria 4.3 emphasizes certified unit contributing to local sustainable development, as agreed upon by local communities. Indicator 4.3.1 mandates community development contribution based on consultation with local communities, requiring certified unit to understand their needs, preferences, and priorities for sustainable development. The indicator promotes inclusivity and respect for local community in decision-making process, promoting responsible and sustainable practice by incorporating their perspective into certified unit development initiative. Principle 4 of the Rspo prioritizes community and human rights, ensuring land use for oil palm does not diminish users' rights without their free, prior, and informed consent. Indicator 4.4.1 mandates certified unit to provide legal ownership, lease, or authorized use of customary land, ensuring transparency and compliance with established rights through FPIC process. Indicator 4.4.2 outlines the FPIC process, requiring consultation of affected group, respect for community concern, and understanding of legal, economic, environmental, and social implications of permitting operation on land. Indicator 4.4.3 emphasizes participatory mapping of legal, customary, or user right in oil palm cultivation area, aiming to safeguard local communities' rights and ensure responsible, ethical practice in land use for oil palm production. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Hamisha Natasha Abdul Razak. My metric number is 2021883188. Today, I want to present about Criteria 4.4 and 4.5. Criteria 4.4.4 emphasizes the need to transparent and accessible information on land used for oil palm cultivation, including impact assessment, benefit sharing, and legal arrangement for stakeholders. The aim is to ensure transparency and accessibility of information to stakeholders involves allowing them understanding the implication and benefit associated with oil palm cultivation on the land. Criteria 4.4.5 emphasizes the significance community representation, ensuring that communities have their own representative and legal counsel, empowering them in decision-making processes and ensuring effective negotiation. This criteria aims to empower communities in the decision-making process and ensure that have the support and representation needed to negotiate and protect their rights effectively. Criteria 4.4.6 emphasizes the free, fair, and informed consent (FPIC) process, requiring annual review and agreements with affected parties to ensure relevant and respect for community rights. Conclusion to all criteria 4.4 aims to establish a framework for initial consent, transparency, representation, and review to uphold rights of communities affected by oil palm cultivation. Next, criteria 4.5. Under this principle focus on ensuring that no new plantings are established on local people's lands where demonstrable legal, customary, or user right exists without their free, fair, and informed consent (FPIC). This involves implementing a documented system that enables stakeholders, including local communities, to express their views through their own representative institutions. Criteria 4.5.1 requires the availability of documents showing the identification and assessment of their demonstrable legal, customary, and user rights. This ensures a clear understanding of existing rights before any new planting takes place. The criteria is 4.5.2. Outlines a comprehensive process of obtaining FPIC for oil palm development, respecting legal rights and ensuring local communities have access to information and independent advice. These two ways, consultation and negotiation, ensure informed decisions. So, the overall of criteria 4.5 is designed to prevent the establishment of new plantings without the informed consent of local communities, safeguarding their legal, customary, and user right in the process of oil palm development. It underscores the importance of transparency, respect of local institutions, and the provision of resources for independent advice to empower communities in decision making.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nabaki Sofia binti Abdul Rahim. My matric number is 2021-64126. So I want to present about criteria 4.5, which is the FPIC. Ensure that new planting on local people property are not established without proof of legal, customary, or usage right. This is achieved through a formalizer framework that allows stakeholders to express their views through their respective representative entities. Without the FPIC, no new plan can be established. According to 4.5.3, local community have the right to reject proposed operation prior to first consultation, negotiation, and ratification of non-coercive agreement with certification units, which are voluntary and done prior to new activities. 4.5.4, the FPIC process include participatory CEIA and land use planning with local communities to ensure local food and water security as well as transparency in land allocation. 4.5.5, there is evidence that impact communities and right holders have had access to information and guidance about the legal, economic, environmental, and social implication of the proposed operation on their land that is independent of the project proponent. 4.5.6, there is evidence that the communities consented to the operation in the planning space prior to the issuance of a new concession or land title to the operator. 4.5.7, due to recent expropriation in national interest without agreement, new land for plantation and mills will not be accurate after November 15, 2018, aspect for smallholders benefiting from agrarian reform or anti-drug program. Last but not least, 4.5.8 new land are not accurate in area occupied by voluntary isolation communities.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Kamal Hazim bin Kamal Zaman, and today I will present about criteria 4.7 and 4.8. Okay, for criteria 4.7 we have three, which is for 4.7.1 we have a mutually agreed procedure for the identifying pupil entitled for compensation in the place. For the second is 4.7.2, a mutually agreed procedure for the calculating and distributing fair compensation, which is monetary or otherwise, is in the place and document and made available to affected parties. For the 4.7.3, we have a community that have a lost access and right to land for plantation expansion are given opportunity to benefit from plantation development. Okay, for the criteria 4.8, which is the right to use land in demonstrate and is not legitimately contested by local people who can demonstrate that they have legal, customary or user right. First of all, we have 4.8.1, which is where there are or have been dispute, proof of legal acquisition of title land, evidence that mutually agreed compensation has been made to all people who have legal, customary or use right of the time at the time. At the time of acquisition is available and provide to parties to the dispute, and that many compensation was accepted following a documented process of FPIC. For the net is 4.8.2, which is land conflict is not present in the area of the unit of the certification where land conflict exists, accepted conflict and accepted by the parties involved. In the case of newly acquired plantation, the unit of certification addresses any unsolved conflict or appropriate conflict resolution mechanism. For the net is 4.8.3, which is where the where there is evidence of acquisition, thought disposition, or forced abandonment of customary and user right prior to the current operation, and there remain parties with the demonstrable customary and land use right. This claim will be certified. This claim will be settled using the relevant requirement, which is indicator 4.4.2 and 4.4.3 and 4.4.4. You can see there. And the last is 4.8.4. For any conflict or dispute over the land, the extent of the dispute area in mapped out in the participatory where with the involvement of affected parties, which is including neighboring community where applied.